welcome to tonight's recap of Dancing with the Stars, the results.
Wow. So they started off the show with a beautiful pro dance.
Those girls are working it.
They really are.
As usual.
They were dancing hard, and they were joined by three guys halfway through to the Little Mix song.
Little Mix.
Salute. It was pretty good.
It was good.
So now we get into the show. They're starting the recap, and they're like, all right, kids, we're going to put the top 2 choices for the encore up there, and we want you to tweet your little hearts out.
They're really, you know, pushing the Twitter thing this season.
Social media all the way, baby.
So you can either hashtag Encore Leah or Encore Janelle. And I'm thinking, well, what if I want to write in Alfonso?
Alfonso and Whitney!
Hashtag Encore Alfonso!
I really wanted to see theirs again because I thought that was a really cool, you know.
Yeah, so we'll get back to that in a little bit. But first, there was a trio.
Karina, Pita, and Val.
Do you
I was
read?
going to say Peta.
Peta. Yeah, so they all danced together to Nico and Vince's song, Am I Wrong?
The song was really good, but that dance, it was a little too violent for me.
It was really good, but it was kind of scary. Like, the whole time I was just like...
Yeah, it was...
I thought there was going to be, like, some head banging going on.
Yeah.
Like, it looked dangerous.
Somebody's face almost got eaten off.
It was crazy.
Then they had a little filler. They had a little production video of A to Z of DWTS.
So, of course, they went through the whole alphabet with different video clips.
Right.
You know, for each letter.
Dance styles, the celebrities, Tom Bergeron was B. Why'd they have to slow it down like that? It was so creepy.
Because, okay, there's this YouTube video. I think it's called, like, the A to Z of dance or something.
Right.
And it's like that. Like, they have some fast things, some slow things, and it's a cool thing. It's a cool video.
They're copycats.
Well,
of course, they had to include S for Tommy Chung. Smokin'.
what about our romance with Val and Janelle?
That has not been
Is there something
confirmed
going
yet.
on there or what? Leave it in
right.
the comments.
First couple in Jeopardy!
Michael and Emma.
You knew that was coming. So, they have the Twitter results in. Alfonso and Whitney?
No. It was Janelle and Val! They did their foxtrot again to Call Me Maybe.
And I'm watching and I hear in the background,
Point your damn toes! But really, come on!
is it that hard? Is that asking too much?
Apparently it is. I'm sorry, but...
Alright, well, guess who was the second couple in Jeopardy?
I'm gonna go with Sadie and Mark.
Really?
I'm a little surprised at that.
That could not have been true.
I don't know.
I'm sure.
Doesn't this show do the thing where you're not necessarily in the bottom?
Yeah.
So
I'm
it
thinking-
could be that, or you never know. Maybe they really were in the bottom.
I'm gonna call BS on that one. Alright, so another guest performance of Sia. What?
Well, you can't have a Sia performance on a dance show without Maddie Ziegler from Dance Moms. We love you. You're amazing. And
So-
she was joined by Allison Hoker. Sorry.
I think you've been hanging out with Erin too long.
Because I was thinking about how I was going to make fun of her. Erin Andrews called her Allison Holkler not once, but twice.
Yeah.
Do you work on the show?
Alright. Don't catch the Burke Charvet disease.
So, of course, Sia performed Chandelier.
This was so cool because she basically performed with her back to the crowd.
She does that all the time.
Okay. Maddie and Allison were fantastic.
Maddie is like a baby version of Allison.
Yes.
Like, that's going to be her one day.
Exactly. And that was just so cool to see that. They changed the dance just enough to incorporate Allison into it. Like, some things were in unison, and then there was, like, some new things.
Partner work.
If you haven't seen this video, go look it up on YouTube because it's awesome.
I can't wait to see this crossover on Dance Moms.
Alright, so there was a Waste Your Time interview because Julianne Hough had to get into her slutty costume.
We'll get there. So they were talking to Betsy, and
Betsy was so confused.
talking about her transformation last night because
So
she
was-
feels pretty.
Alright, let me do Betsy.
Betsy, are you in anyone home. Yeah.
What was up with that?
I don't know. Betsy's great, but
She's a little confused.
a little bit.
At least she wasn't wearing her underwear on the outside tonight.
Very true. All right, so then they're talking about how Len is so freaking tired because he's old and he's got to fly back and forth from the UK to California. It's a lot.
First, his penis was dead last night, and now he can't even do the show
Give
because
him
he's
a
too
break.
tired. So we find out that the guest judge is, and I'm thinking, oh wow, who are they going to get for the show? Kevin Hart?
What?
What's he got to do with dance?
Don't get me wrong. Kevin Hart is hilarious. But what?
Come on.
What?
If you're judging Last Comic Standing, call Kevin Hart. But if you're not, get somebody who's at least danced.
Maybe he has. Maybe he has some sort of crazy dance
I'd love
pass.
to know.
All right. Well, then we've got another video package. We need to fill more time. Next week's theme for when Kevin Hart is guest judging is
Movies.
movie night.
So they have 3 trailers. First one is Betsy and Tony doing this really gross ghost parody.
So, you know,
Called Ghost Fingers.
they've got the pottery stuff going on.
Tony's gonna wake up screaming in his sleep. Alright, so then Alfonso and Whitney in Stocky, obviously,
Like
instead of
Rocky.
Rocky. And Leah and Artem in Back to Cha-Cha.
Back to the Future. Yeah. All right, so should be exciting.
I love movie night.
film music,
Yeah.
so it should be fun.
Alright, so whose audition reel do you want to see next? Tony, please!
Tom
Tony,
Bergeron
please.
was totally pushing for Tony, and they lit his name up on the screen and everything, and then they come back from commercial and they're like, here's Mark Ballas's tape. Tom seemed a little deflated.
Me too, because I really wanted to see Tony.
Not that we don't love Mark, but
No.
I was really looking forward to Tony's tape.
And basically, he's bad boy. He's got
like-
the earrings in.
I'm a rebel, but I do it in a cheeky way, so...
Okay, Thomas the Tank Engine. Alright, so it's time for Miss Julianne Hough
Oh my
to
gosh.
strip down to a few rose petals, basically, and put a little dental floss between the cheeks.
Well, she starts out with
a full
a full
dress
skirt.
on. Yeah, a maxi. And then, I forget who it was who ripped it off her. She's dancing with all of the male pros.
Statutes.
And
Then they rip off her skirt, and she's wearing like a full nude bodysuit with, like you said, couple of rose petals here and a freaking couple rose petals on her rose petals.
yeah, I guess so. And
It was a lot of look, or not a lot of look.
It wasn't exactly great either, because the lift that they had highlighted earlier that was a
When
big
she
problem
Val dropped her.
was not so good. Not so good. You make the lift again.
I was such a huge fan of hers when she was a pro on the show, and now I just feel like
Yeah.
you're not the same person anymore.
Yeah. Well, we find out
What do you
that-
guys think of Julianne's dance? Let us know. Okay.
We find out that the third couple in jeopardy is Tavis and Sharna.
Guess you should have spent more time practicing instead of signing all those books.
Too busy on your book tour.
All right, well, let's talk about the bottom 3.
All right, so we find out that Sadie and Mark are no longer in the bottom 3. They're safe, duh.
All right, so that means it came down to Michael and Emma and Tavis and Sharna.
All right, I'm assuming that Michael has the same fan base that, what's his face, last season. I can't think of his name right now.
He wasn't on last season.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Oh. 2 seasons ago? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm having a blonde moment,
Me too.
but I don't even have blonde hair.
You know, the worker man.
Why can't I remember his name?
I don't know. Blue collar guy.
It's not Jeff Foxworthy.
No, it's the other guy.
You know who we're talking about. Come on. All right, so...
All right. So I'm figuring that he's going to be safe. And you guys know that I called...
Bill Engvall.
Bill Engvall, thank you. I called this last night that Tavis Smiley was going to be off the show because he doesn't add anything to it because he was too busy on his book tour.
Well, you were right.
Thank you.
No
Thank
more
you.
Tavis and Sharna.
Sorry, Sharna, but you got stuck with a dud. But now you can have more fun choreographing all of the pro dances like you usually do.
I actually really like Sharna.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, so Michael and Emma live to see another week.
They'll probably be in the final 3.
What? All right, let's not get crazy.
Well, Bill Engvall was.
So that's our recap for tonight. Leave it in the comments. Do you think that Tavis should have been the one going home this week?
And what do you think about Kevin Hart being the guest judge?
Lots of things to talk about in the comments.
So please leave a comment. We appreciate it. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And we'll see you next time. Till then,
much love.
Edit.